You know how you drive down a road a million times and you drive by all these buildings and you really don't notice them. But when you get on foot and you walk that same route, you start noticing things that you haven't seen before. And that's what this swim is going to be awesome to me. I've boated around here for years, I've lived on the banks, but to actually come here and swim up to the lighthouse is going to be a treat for me. Now, people think I'm absolutely nuts, but the whole science experiment began over 10 years ago. I used to live in Durham and swim in the Lamprey River every day, but just one cold rain took my swimming season away, so I had to adapt to it. And over the years, it's been one big science experiment, trying to come up with the proper gear. And now I can say I swim 12 months of the year, 5 days a week, all year, in the frigid waters of New Hampshire and Maine. And the winter's an awesome time to swim because the water is so clean, I can see everything on the bottom. And all the boats and the jet skis are gone. Even the crabs are gone to bed underneath. I got the whole pool to myself.
I'm very excited that Gary has agreed to do this wonderful thing for us. I'm looking forward to seeing him swim in very cold waters and afterwards hearing him play. He's such a great accordionist. And it's important that people understand how important it is to give to lighthouse preservation. These are historic structures, and if we lose this history, we'll lose it forever for generations to come.
So, Gary, how do you like playing in the lighthouse?
I love it. You haven't let me record an album in here. We could do all old New England tunes.
say if the ghost of Joshua Card is here, he was dancing a jig just now, I'm sure.
I hope so. I wouldn't mean to wake you up.
So, Gary, could I interrupt for a second? Would you care to say anything about why you're doing this this swim for the Lights, a benefit for the American Lighthouse Foundation and
Sure. Well, for 23 years I've been hosting a radio show called the Polka Party. And you know, I started the show as a joke, but over the years I realized that cultural heritage means a lot to everyone. We all come from somewhere, and it doesn't matter what nationality, but we all have something rich to offer. And something I realized that living around here is we have our own very rich local heritage. And something that means a lot to me is lighthouses. They are a symbol of our area. So many businesses use the lighthouses for their business symbol. It represents us as a people in this area. But not only that, these lighthouses were also, to me, essential to our economy. They've been servicing the merchant industry around here for over 150 years, so they've been part of the local economy. And just as our bridges are falling apart, our lighthouses need maintenance and care too.
you're welcome to record an album in here if you want to.
Oh, I would love it. It's just amazing. The sound of it is like amazing.
The purpose of Gary's swim is to raise money for the Friends of Portsmouth Harbor Lighthouse. There's two ways you can give. Three actually. You can just send some money. But if you go on to the Friends website and you can contribute for his swim, well, later on, this is on February 26th, by the way, is when the swim is. Right behind me is Captain and Patty's restaurant. We're meeting there with Gary and his whole band, and you're invited to come there. There's a charge to join us, but it isn't very much, and it will certainly help us to maintain this lighthouse.
The amazing thing about this swim is, well, I have to admit, I don't like to be seen. I'm known as the creek man. I go into the creek and, you know, I don't want people looking at me. Unfortunately, on this swim, this is like a big coliseum. Everybody can see what's going on here. I'm starting over in Rye at Odiorne Point, the Seacoast Science Center. Now, hopefully, we're going to start about an hour and a half after low tide. Now, even though the water's coming in from the ocean, there's still a whole bunch of rivers and Great Bay, and that water is emptying out. So hopefully I'll get it at a slack tide, start over in Rye. I gotta swim to Whaleback Lighthouse, right out there at the mouth of Portsmouth Harbor. From there, I'll give it a hug and maybe grab a rock, and I gotta come and swim here to the Portsmouth Lighthouse back in Newcastle. By the way, Whaleback is in Maine, and I'm going to be coming back to Newcastle. So here I have to come up here, give this lighthouse a hug and grab a rock. And then from there I got to swim to the town dock to Captain and Patty's restaurant over in Kittery. And my band, the Serfs, will be playing at 5 o'clock. Hopefully everything will go well. And I look forward to it. Anytime we have a blizzard or 60-mile-an-hour gusts, and tomorrow's the coldest day in 2 years, I gotta go swimming. I gotta toughen up. And so I've been trying to do at least 3 miles a day. And yesterday I ran into a flock of about 60 Canadian geese, and they were gonna kick my butt if I came any closer. It's always an education, and it's the joy of my life. And these are the jewels of our region, and I love doing this, and I look forward to it so much.
You should be dancing, Sharon.